would like to share with you some more ASMR reading from a treatise on white magic from Alice Bailey. And this is like the beautiful esoteric knowledge which will lighten your soul and maybe trigger and awaken deep hidden memories from past lives. If you resonate with that, if you do not resonate with this, then you can simply move on and scroll further. But now I'm going to start to read, and in the meantime you can just relax, maybe close your eyes if you like to be read to. I remember I loved it as a little kid, and even when I got older, I would like put on these ear plays. I don't know if I say it in proper English, but you know, when you hear like a play on the radio or somebody is reading a book for you, and then I would get so sleepy and feel so cozy and comfortable and safe. So I would love to share that feeling with you, and in the meantime share esoteric knowledge. So I will start now. First, before I start though, I would like to cleanse your aura a little bit. Just cleanse it. Your third eye, your throat chakra, all your chakras. Just relax. Shoo, 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 shoo. It's so beautiful to come into deep relaxation. This covered a vast period of time, and though the Brotherhood made its headquarters at Shambhala and directed its activities from there, it was found necessary during the first subrays of the Atlantean root race to make certain efforts if the evolution of the race was to proceed according to plan. Students of these mysteries need to remember that though Shambhala is spoken of as existing in the physical matter and as occupying a definite location in space, the physical matter referred to is etheric, the Lord of the world, and his assistants of the higher degrees occupying bodies formed of etheric matter. So I just opened a page today as an intuition, an intuitive message for us today. So it's not like I start to begin to read from the beginning. Okay. 5. It was decided about 17 million years ago, the coming of the hierarchy, and the founding of Shambhala being about 18.5 million years ago, to have on the dense physical plane an organization and a headquarters for the mysteries, and to have a band of adepts and Johans who would function in dense physical bodies and thus meet the need of the rapidly awakening humanity. The first outpost for the Shambhala fraternity was the original temple of Ibis, and it was located in the center of South America. And one of its branches at a much later period was to be found in the ancient Maya institutions, and the basic worship of the sun as the source of life in the hearts of all men. A second branch was later established in Asia, and of this branch the Himalayan and Southern Indian adepts are the representatives, though the work is materially changed at a later date than the present. Discoveries will be made revealing the reality of the old form of hierarchical work. monasteries of Central Asia in the land stretching from Judea and Babylon through Turkestan to Manchuria, including the Gobi Desert, are opened up. It is planned that much of the early history of the Ibesan workers will be revealed. We might here note the fact that the word Ibes is literally in the nature of an acrostic veiling the true name of the planetary logos of the Earth, of whose principles is working in Sanat Kumara, making him thus a direct incarnation of the planetary logos and an expression of his divine consciousness. These 4 letters are the first letters of the real names of the 4 avatars on the 4 globes of our Earth chain, who have embodied 4 of the divine principles. The letters I, B, E, Z are not the true Sansar letters. Of such an inaccurate expression can be used of an ideographic language, but are simply a Europeanized distortion. The true meaning is only conveyed at the 4th initiation, when the nature of the planetary logos is revealed and his 4 avatars are definitely contacted through the direct mediatory work of Sanat Kumara. A word now as regards to the work of the Ibesan adepts and their mysteries. It is necessary here to point out that pairing of black and white magic and one of the reasons of the purifying waters of the flood being deemed necessary. The power thought forms built up in the early Ibesan mysteries, and which particularly in America are as yet undestroyed. This gigantic dweller on the threshold of all the true mysteries has to be slaughtered before the aspirant can pass on. 10. The work of the Ibesan adepts and the mysteries of the Temple of Ibes are still persisting and are being carried on by the masters and adepts in the physical incarnation throughout the world. They teach the meaning of the psyche, the ego or the soul, and of the human unit, so that the man may indeed be what he is, a god walking on earth. His lower nature, physical, astral, and mental, completely controlled by the soul or the love aspect, and this is not in theory but in deed and truth. When this is the case, the physical body will have no lure for the real man. The emotional nature and desire body will no longer lead astray, nor will the mind shut out that which is true and spiritual, but the god will use the 3 bodies as vehicles of service to the race. Then will the human kingdom be transcended and man pass into the spiritual kingdom. When passing out of the animal kingdom was trained and taught its functions and work by the Ibesan teachers. In Atlantean days, the goal that the hierarchy of teachers set before themselves was the awakening in man of the love nature connection with the heart center up to the third initiation. Therefore, disciples have to endeavor to work entirely with mental energy in an effort to control, master, and use it. Their attempt is concentrated then upon transmitting from egoic levels the will aspect of the soul. That will has to be imposed upon the personality until it has become the automaton of the soul. Then the intuition takes control, and energies from the intuition or Buddhic plane begin to make their impact upon the form nature, the personality. Prior to this period of intuitional control, there are many lives where the intuition may begin to play its part, and the student learns the meaning of illumination. Until after the third initiation, however, it is the illumined mind which is the dominant factor, and not the pure intuitive perception or pure reason. After this great initiation, which marks a definite transition out of the form consciousness, the initiate can function at will on the plane of the intuition, and the mind is steadily relegated into the background till it becomes a part of the instinctual apparatus. As much as part of the subconscious instinctual nature as is the instinctual nature which the materialistic psychology so much stresses. Intuitive perception, pure vision, direct knowledge, and an ability to utilize the undifferentiated energies of the universal mind are the main characteristics of the Aryan adepts. I use the word undifferentiated in the sense of freedom from multiplicity. Certain main distinctions will still be found to exist. The will of the soul regarding that soul as having its place. Sorry about that. On one of the seven rays is superseded by the will of the whole. These are words meaning but little or having at best only theoretical significance to students in this group. When I say to you that the will, which is transmitted through the medium of the controlled mind, is embodied in 7 types of energy, and to these 7 types, these are corresponding types of humanity. You say doubtless that that is clear and not so difficult to grasp. Yet do you indeed understand 7 types of energy and 7 types of responsive mentalities dependent upon the 7 ray types? In this statement, we note the differentiations of the soul aspect as grasped by the mind. These are the 7 differentiations which take the place of the multiplicity of differences into which the form aspect falls. They are nevertheless distinctions and differentiations and persist in their hold over man until the third initiation. By them he is swept into certain major activities and life tendencies according to his particular ray. These are mental distinctions. All souls on the mental plane take the form of the solar angels, of the divine sons of mind. Hence, we have these groupings, and hence the focusing of the energies through which the plan of the ages works out through 7 main departments. At a later stage, when certain greater lost its hold, even these divisions disappear and the plan is seen as a whole. The life is known in its essential oneness and the term